my name is SaTara Fields, and I'm a caseworker here at the Midway, Kansas chapter of the American Red Cross. As you all may know, a devastating tornado hit Moore, Oklahoma, and left their community in ruins. As a result, we have had an influx of individuals from that area coming here to live with relatives. To provide for their needs, I'm here today to propose a group ran by our Midway, Kansas chapter of the American Red Cross to provide services for those individuals. The purpose of this group is to provide support and resources to those individuals who are affected by the tornado. The tornado left a lot of people without their basic needs, and our agency's goal is to provide help for those who are faced with unsuspected challenges that come with the destruction in this natural disaster. Our audience are those who are affected by the tornado. Membership will be unlimited and open to those who need our assistance. The group will be led by a single social worker with either a bachelor's social worker degree or a licensed bachelor's social worker. The group will be supervised by a case management supervisor who holds a master's social work degree. The group will be consisted of structured and unstructured discussion. The facilitator will discuss categories related to loss and coping with the effects of a national disaster, and the unstructured portion of the group will encourage the members to share their feelings with one another. The group fits into all of the agency's purposes, goals, and functioning. The group is focused on dealing with their life after a natural disaster. We're meeting the needs of finding houses, jobs, and other services that our individuals need. Other agencies have begun to reach out to us saying they will help. We will recruit individuals through referrals and flyers. The group will meet once a week for the duration of 4 weeks, and if need be, the group will be extended to meet the client's needs. We hope to provide our clients with proper resources they need to get back on their feet. From providing clothing, resources for shelter, and counseling, we want to provide the individual with the knowledge to process through their devastation, as well as the resources we provide them with.
Question, if you think this is successful, do you think this will be used in the future?
Absolutely. I think if the people are open to discussing with each other what's going on, it's just a method that will continue to help people throughout a process such as this.
Good, great.
Hello everyone, I'm Lindsay. I'm a caseworker at the Red Cross here in town. While we're here today, I'm going to propose a group session for the support of the victims that have moved here with their family to Wichita from the tornado that affected them in Moore, Oklahoma. The target audience will be those who were affected by the tornado, and it will be unlimited and open to whoever is in need of our services. The group will be facilitated by one single social worker with an LBSW or a BSW that has some experience in grief counseling. And they will be supervised by a case manager who has the experience as well, who holds an MSW. The group format will be a combo of structured and unstructured discussion. We will set time aside for both structured and unstructured. And the members will be encouraged to elaborate on the specific topic of the day and express their opinions and feelings. We will also discuss ways to cope and tools that they can use through the whole coping process and grieving process. Members will also ask we keep a journal. This is not a mandatory thing, but we will provide them with a prompt, and this will be something private that the caseworker will look over. This is just to help them express their feelings on a personal basis if they don't feel like they can share it in group. The group fits into all areas of the agency's goals. The group is focused on dealing with life after a natural disaster. We'll expand our services because the tornado that hit Moore affected so many. The community has begun to already show a tremendous amount of support by offering donations as well as bringing in food and clothing. Our agency has enough room for those participating in the group to meet. Through referrals, flyers, and newspaper announcements is how we will recruit individuals for our group. The session will last about an hour, and a local church has agreed to let us use their meeting area for us to have our group. A second group may be added if need be, if there's a tremendous response to the group session through newspapers or through public announcements. We will add a second group. The group will last about 4 weeks, and at that 4-week mark we will decide if we need to extend the group for a few more weeks depending on how the group is going. We hope to provide our clients with the proper resources that they need to get back on their feet. We also hope to provide clothing, resources for shelter, and counseling, and we also want to provide the individuals with the knowledge to progress through their devastation. To measure our success with this group, we will use surveys to access our outcomes with the clients. These surveys will contain a pre, mid, and post survey throughout the group sessions. This will allow us to better understand their progress with the resources we provide them. With these mechanisms, this will help us better evaluate the outcomes of our group.
If this is successful, would this be used in the future?
Yes, we would definitely use this model again. Granted, it probably wouldn't be with other people from war just because this is more of a crisis situation. But if there was another crisis that happened in our town or somewhere in the surrounding area that we would need to respond, if this is successful and we see that through the surveys we get back in the response, we'll definitely use this model in the future to help with other disasters.
Hi everybody, I'd like to welcome you today. My name is Karissa West. I'm with the American Red Cross. I wanted to shoot a proposal at you guys for the victims of the Moore, Oklahoma tornado devastation. The purpose of this is to provide support and resources to those who are affected by this tornado. The target audience that we're going to give this to is those who are affected by the tornado. Membership will be unlimited and open to those whoever are in need of services. The group will be facilitated by a single social worker. The experience will be grief counseling. The social worker will have preferably one that has a BSW or a LBSW. The format of the group will be a combination of structured and unstructured discussion. Members will be encouraged to elaborate on a specific topic of the day and express their feelings and opinions. The group fits into all the areas of the agency's purpose, goals, and functioning. The group is focused on dealing with life after this natural disaster. The community has begun to already show a tremendous amount of support by offering donations, as well as bringing in food and clothing. Our agency has room enough for those participating in the group to meet. The housing and jobs for those who have lost both. Other agencies have begun to reach out to us, so then we will provide those resources to them. A little bit of a description about our group is that through referrals and flyers and newspaper announcements, we are going to recruit those individuals for our group. We're hoping that the session will last 1 hour for 4 weeks, and we will continue it if need to be. A second group will be added, like I said, if need to be, depending on the community's response to the flyers and other announcements. We hope to provide our clients with the proper resources they need to get back on their feet, from providing clothing, resources, and for shelter and counseling. We want to provide the individuals with the knowledge to progress through their devastation. We will measure this with surveys to assess their outcomes with the clients. We will create a pre, mid, and post survey throughout the group sessions. This will allow us a better understanding of their progress with the resources that we provide to them, and that we also hope that these surveys will provide feedback to evaluate the outcome of the group and individuals. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes. Sounds awesome. If it's successful, do you see this group expanding or progressing?
I believe that we will hopefully use this in the future. If anything ever comes around that this will happen again, that yes, I feel like we will use it again, like I said, if it is successful.
Good morning. My name is Cozart. I'm a licensed social worker with Red Cross. This proposal today is to provide support and resources for the individuals who were affected in the tornado in Moore, Oklahoma. Moore, Oklahoma was hit and devastated by a tornado that left hundreds of people without their basic needs. So our target audience is those who were affected by the tornado. The membership will be unlimited and open to those whoever are in need of our services. The groups will be facilitated by licensed social workers as myself or some of my colleagues, or bachelor social workers. The group format will be a combination of structured and unstructured discussions. During each session, there will be a time set aside for both. For the structured section of the discussion, the facilitator will discuss categories related to loss and coping with the effects of national disaster. Members will be encouraged to elaborate on the specific topic of the day and express their opinions and feelings. The group fits into all areas of the agency's purpose, goals, and functioning. The group is focused on dealing with life after a natural disaster. We will recruit through referrals, flyers, newspapers, announcements, and television. The session will last 1 hour. It will be held in a local church. The local church is allowing us to hold group session in their facility, actually in their sanctuary. Also, transportation will be provided if needed, and child care as well. We hope to provide our clients with the proper resources they need to get back on their feet. But to measure our success, we will use surveys to assess our outcomes with the clients. The surveys will contain pre, mid, and post surveys throughout the group sessions. And this will allow us to better understand the progress with the resources we provide them. With this mechanism, we feel it will help better evaluate the outcomes of all group and individuals. Are there any questions?
Yes. One, if this program is successful, will it be used in the future?
Yes, we're already in the progress of expanding it throughout the whole state of Kansas and Oklahoma.
Hello. My name is David Mitchell, and I am a caseworker here at the Midway, Kansas chapter of the American Red Cross. I'm here to propose a group ran by us to provide services for those affected by the tornado in Moore, Oklahoma. The purpose of this group is to provide support or resources to individuals that were affected by this tornado. Our goal is to provide help for them who are faced with the unsuspected challenges that come with the destruction of the natural disaster and the cause of it. The target audience is those who are affected by the tornado. The membership will be unlimited and open to those whoever are in need of our services. Workers involved, we have a group facilitated by a single social worker, preferably one who has a BSW or LBSW. Also will be a social worker who has some experience with grief counseling as well. The format of the group will be a combination of structured and unstructured discussion. For the structured section, members will be encouraged to elaborate on the specific topic of the day and express their opinions and feelings. The unstructured portion of the group session will be to encourage the other group members as well to open up and share their feelings, and as well as time to support and build each other up. The sanctioning of a group will fit into all areas of the agency's purpose, goals, and functioning. The group is focused on dealing with life after a natural disaster. The group will also expand on services because the tornado that hit Moore, Oklahoma, it affected so many. We'll be meeting the needs of finding housing and jobs for those who lost one or the other or both. And other agencies have begun to reach out to us saying that they would be more than willing to help. For getting the description of the group, we'll be using flyers, referrals, newspaper announcement, and television announcements as well, and how we recruit individuals for this group session. This session will last 1 hour, and a local church is allowing us to hold group sessions in their facility. The group will meet once a week for the duration of 4 weeks total. If need be, the group will be extended to meet on its needs as well. For the outcomes of the group and the individual, we hope to provide our clients with the proper resources they need to get back on their feet. From providing clothing, resources to shelters, and counseling, we want to provide group and individuals with the knowledge to progress through the devastation. How we measure this is through surveys to assess our outcomes with the clients. The surveys will contain a pre, mid, and post survey throughout the group sessions. So we will be collecting that data. This will allow us to better understand the progress with the resources that we provide.
Yes, I have a question. With the success of this group, do you think you will expand it to other areas?
Yes. We deem this successful, and we're already, in fact, in the works for expanding. Thank you for that.
Hi, I'm Kim Wong, and I'm the social worker at Red Cross Disaster Relief. I have an idea that I wanted to propose. We wanted to provide support and resources to those individuals who are affected by the tornado in Moore, Oklahoma. As we all know, Moore, Oklahoma was hit by a devastating tornado that left a lot of people without their basic needs. Our agency's goals is to provide help for those who are faced with unsuspected challenges that come up with destruction this natural disaster has caused. The target audience for this is anyone who has been affected by the tornado. The membership will be unlimited and open to whoever is in need of our services. It will be facilitated by a single social worker, preferably someone who has a BSW or a LBSW, who has some experience in grief counseling. The format will be structured and unstructured discussion. During the session, there will be a set time for both. Members will be encouraged to elaborate on the specific topic of the day and express their opinions and feelings. Members will also be asked to keep a journal and write to a prompt that will be provided at the end of each session. Also, the unstructured portion will be for them to be encouraged to share their feelings with one another, as well as time to support and build each other up. The community has begun to show a tremendous amount of support by offering donations as well as bringing food and clothing. Our agency has enough room for those participating in the group to meet. Through referrals, flyers, newspaper announcements, and television announcements is how we recruit individuals for the group session. The session will last 1 hour for a total of 4 weeks, and if there needs to be more, then weeks can be added as well. The hoped outcomes for the group would be to provide our clients with the proper resources that they need to get back on their feet. From providing clothing, resources for shelter, and counseling, we want to provide individuals with the knowledge to progress through their devastations. And one way that we're measuring this would be surveys. So we're going to have a pre, mid, and post survey throughout the group sessions. The surveys, which would provide feedback to the needs for us to see what we needed to improve on and see how we could better support this program. Is there any questions?
Yeah, if this group came out successful, would you use this in the future for other disasters or other response team things?
Absolutely. With the feedback from the surveys, we could see what we needed to do and improve on it, and then hopefully we can get this throughout the nation and provide them with the services they need.